Places with Charles Webb. Brought to you by Hunt's Food and Supplies, Khyber Pass in Warwick.
Self-taught photographer Susan Wakefield Gibbons uses her craft for healing. She works with the mentally challenged, and interestingly enough, she has medical challenges of her own.
I find that when I get behind my camera, I tend to forget about any kind of pain or any kind of discomfort I'm in.
So in other words, when you're actually in your creative spirit, let's call it photography, you forget your own problems, we would say.
Yes, and that's why art is very important in the healing process, because a lot of people that are sick, if they do art, for that moment that they will move away and get distracted or forget about maybe pain or discomfort or illness that they may be suffering from.
Now, the Buddha, which is my favorite, how does that factor into your art, your photography?
That was taken in upstate New York in the Omega Institute, which is a very spiritual environment up in the mountains. I find that when I have usually Buddhas all through my house, and that picture there as well, it gives a sense of calming and releasing and serenity for me. I'm always trying to encourage people to find, if Buddhas are my way of releasing and being happy, then someone else might have another symbol or another statue or another type of that they would find, and they can then collect those as a way of putting them in their home or in their office.
Now this garden scene with the chair and the lovely flowers, that also has a soothing effect.
Yeah, I tend to try and find pictures that are not your typical Bermuda photographs. Things that are more going to give a sense of calm, a sense of peacefulness. I want it to be slightly different versus than a lot of the commercial photographs that we have. Albeit those are beautiful, that's not the kind of spirit that I'm trying to capture in the work that I do.
Now these pictures I'm looking at of these children, how do you use them in your work?
Well, again, that is something that I just saw children playing, and it was a backdrop of beautiful water fountains, and they were just playing, and they were very, very happy and simple. I have those usually in my office at Child and Adolescence, and it's again about trying to create a space for people to come into where it's safe and it's relaxed, and that there's some sort of well, children, you know, playing and being happy. So again, it's all about setting the stage and those sort of things.
Now, you have obviously a very demanding job, and you yourself have these medical challenges. How do you cope?
Some days better than others. I sleep a lot on the weekends. I don't have a very busy social life, so I tend to put a lot of my energy into my work. A lot of my symptoms are not visible to the eye, so I may look actually like I'm perfectly fine, but inside I might be having all sorts of things that are causing pain or discomfort.
And given all of this, you still manage to make a major contribution in child development services, and still in the creative world. One would almost ask, how do you do it?
I have some photographs that are not your typical. I have some pictures of a graveyard or a church church gate, and someone sent it to me. Sent a thank you note on the email saying someone gave this to me as a birthday card, and how much it means to me. So I never know when something that might seem quite simple to me might touch someone else very, very deeply.
Interestingly enough, talking to Susan Wakefield Gibbons makes me feel calm and relaxed. For People and Places, I'm Charles Webb, VSB News.
People and Places with Charles Webb has been brought to you by Hunt's Food and Supplies, Khyber Pass in Warwick.